Hello, this is Matt Laugh4 here, and welcome back to another review of mine. Now, this is going to be my review on The Flash, episode 19, season 2, also called Back to Normal. Now, this will contain spoilers from the episode, so if you haven't seen it, go and watch it before watching this video. Okay, now let's get into it. Now, the episode starts with Barry getting back into his normal life. You see a quick montage of what he would normally do as the Flash, and then see him doing it as a normal person. This was a really good scene. I liked it. It was a good way of showing how sort of different someone's life can be just from not being a superhero. I mean, that's a pretty big change anyway. We then see Caitlin and Killer Frost, who she meets in the prison in Earth 2 that she obviously got captured in after Escape from Earth 2, episode 15, I believe, or episode 14, sorry. She got captured and she was held there. And we then find out that Wally wants to meet the Flash to say thank you for saving his life and giving up his speed for him. And he figures out, which was a good show of how clever Wally can be, he figures out that Joe is the person that the Flash cares about. Really, it's not, it's Iris, but I mean, it's both of them, really. We then get Jesse and Wells talking about how Wells killed a man for Jesse, and Jesse doesn't like the way that Wells is doing things, but Wells wanted to, keep her safe. So, but then Wells leaves without Jesse because ultimately he's going to do what's right, what he thinks is right for her, his daughter, which is to just leave her on her own at this point. Then, instantly after that, Griffin Grey shows up, destroying his van, the scene that we saw from the trailer. He gets taken, and Griffin Grey then shows up at an Ace Chemical factory, which is a little reference to DC in general. It's a company that is throughout DC, and it's where the Joker became the Joker. It's where he got doused in chemicals. Griffin and Wells then have a chat about how Wells's life was, bad or whatever, and Griffin talks about how his life has gone bad, and they have a sort of heart-to-heart, I guess, and they talk about Griffin's motives. And now Griffin, he is getting old, and he's really strong, so the more he exerts himself, the quicker he gets old, which is explained by Jesse later on in the episode. Caitlin then saves Caitlin. By that I mean Caitlin saves Killer Frost. And then Killer Frost attempts to kill Caitlin, but then out of nowhere, Zoom comes through, vibrates through Caitlin, which was quite cool to see, grabs the icicle and stabs Killer Frost in the heart. So we won't be seeing her again in the rogue army that's coming up. We then hear the Dwarf Star alloy has been given to the Flash team to increase the strength of the costume from Felicity. But it only allows him to take one punch, which doesn't actually happen. He then goes on to take 2, I think. But by that point, Griffin dies. So, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, Griffin dies. And then Wells calls Jessie Quick, which is obviously her comic name, hinting at Jessie Quick, the speedster, her getting her speed soon, maybe next season, maybe the end of this one, we don't know. But I reckon Wally will be the first out of the two to get their speed, as Wally's sort of going in that direction. With the Flash giving up his speed for Wally, they're sort of saying, hey look, Wally's a nice guy, because for the first few episodes, Wally really wasn't a nice guy. Talking about Wally, he gets to meet the Flash, and they talk together. I assume the Flash was using a voice changer, because instead of vibrating his mouth, because his voice was different, and it sounded like he was doing the vibrating mouth thing. But maybe he was just using a voice changer. Zoom then talks to Caitlin, and he remembers the conversation that his father had with his mother before he killed him, and the way that he's talking to Caitlin is very similar. And then he explains how he's no longer going to judge how good he is on how many people he killed, but instead on how many Earths he conquers. And he then goes on to say that Earth 2 is gone, Earth 2 is dead, there's no saving it. Earth 1 is next on his kill list, which is why the Rogue Army is going to be coming in. Harrison Wells then tells Barry right at the end of the episode that there's one thing that they can do to get his speed back, and that is recreate the particle accelerator explosion with all the chemicals, which is going to be great to see next episode. That's going to be a really good episode, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this one. Now, overall, this is a very good episode. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was as good as last episode, but last episode was very Zoom-centric in the main storyline. We got a lot of Harrison Wells' redemption, but it wasn't actually Harrison Wells, so it doesn't really matter. It's good to see Jesse Quick back on the team. That's a good part of. That's good from what's come out of this whole situation. It's also good to see Wally becoming less of a bad guy, more of a nice guy, which might make him a bit of a nicer Kid Flash if we ever see Kid Flash. Yeah, well, that was it for the episode. So thank you guys for watching this video. Later on tonight I will be doing a trailer breakdown. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.